Local Las Vegas.
The mother of the 3 boys who died in a prompt house fire was in court today, charged in connection to the deaths of her children. I'm Olivia Fierro. More local news this hour. The end of 2010 brought some good news for MGM Resorts International, even though the company lost money. Well, I hope you had a great weekend, and this Monday, as you know, is Valentine's Day. So if love is in the air, does that mean we're actually seeing a change in the temperature? Only Chief Meteorologist Darren Peck would have that answer. Darren?
Well, luckily,
the Valentine spirit taking hold of 2 men who beat people up for a living. Boxer Manny Pacquiao took some time today to compliment his future opponent, Sugar Shane Mosley, for his refreshing lack of trash talking. But he says come May 7th, love will not be in the air.
Valentine's Day is a busy one in Las Vegas, not just at the restaurants.
Hundreds head to our town for February the 14th to tie the knot. Fox 5's Les Crittenden joining us live in front of one busy wedding chapel here in Las Vegas, 4th Street and Gas. Hey there, Les.
Las Vegas.
Les, this really seemed like an ideal day for some reporter participation. Do you have anything to announce to us this hour?
You're just going to get me in a whole lot of trouble today, aren't you, Olivia?
I mean, the cameras are there. You save money on photography. Les, come on.
You're gonna make me dance on this one, aren't you?
All right, we'll leave it right there. Maybe you're saving the excitement for 5:30. Les Crittenden reporting for us tonight. We'll see you then, Les. Thanks. The city of Henderson has a new crime-fighting tool, and it's only an app away. Mayor Andy Hafen premiered the Contact Henderson iPhone app today.
Ready to place a bet on who the next American Idol will be.
This shift in gaming philosophy would allow that, as well as betting on award shows, even the Westminster Dog Show. Fox 5's Kevin Bollinger live near the Strip tonight with details on how this will all work, and it will appeal to a whole new audience, won't it, Kevin?
Las Vegas.
And now is really the right time to be talking about it, as we've all got Super Bowl fever, and even those of us who aren't football fans necessarily get excited about the idea of prop bets and some of the fun that you can have at the sports books with a smaller bet, say. I'm voting for who cries first. That would be fun in any sort of competition. Kevin, thank you very much. And I'll put $10 on the Bichon Frise for the dog show. The new regulations are not expected to bring in a lot of money necessarily, but they will add some new revenue sources. Betting limits are expected to be kept below $500. Another person has filed to run for mayor of Las Vegas. County Commissioner Chris Giunciliani filed with the Las Vegas clerk this morning. Most of us nowadays zoom right through the commercials on our DVR, but there is at least one time when we pay close attention to the ads. The Super Bowl. Coming up, a sneak peek at who is shelling out the big bucks to pimp their product to television's biggest audience. With millions of viewers guaranteed, it's not surprising that Super Bowl ad spots command millions of dollars for precious seconds of airtime. From the usual favorites to the rookies, Karen Kafa with a look at who is spending what to catch your eye during Sunday's big game.
Each and every year, there are tremendous advancements in medicine to pinpoint your risk for disease.
For example, genetic testing has emerged as an important tool for people with a strong family history for certain cancers. But as you well know, there is no cure for cancer. So what are the advantages of learning that you're likely to get it? It comes down to what you're willing to do once you know.
So I went and had the mammogram, and of course a week later found out that I had breast cancer.
Every one of my sisters had annual mammograms, and my niece, and that didn't save them.
It was really hard. You know, you really didn't know how to register it and process it.
The personal experiences of these 3 women have left them with lingering fears they may someday be among the cancer casualties.
When my niece got cancer 2 years ago, her doctor was alerted to the fact that it may be a hereditary type cancer.
The desire for answers is what brought Patricia McCartney to Amagenics, a Las Vegas medical clinic offering what they call predictive, personalized, and preventive health care.
Some patients walk in and feel like they're destined to get cancer.
Erica Ramos is Amagenics' senior genetic counselor. She sees about 10 new patients per week, evaluating their risk for breast and ovarian cancers. A detailed family history is taken, and then, when appropriate, it's a test for the so-called breast cancer gene. The test itself is simple: a quick in-office rinse, spit, and then send off to the Myriad Laboratory in Salt Lake City. The lab holds the patent on the test that identifies a mutation in the BRCA1 and BRCA2 genes. A positive test can mean an 87% risk for breast cancer. That's about 7 times more likely than the average woman.
One of the biggest things that comes up during our appointments is risk for their family. You know, what is their daughter's risk to get breast cancer? What's the sister's risk to get breast cancer? That's a lot of the motivation for the patients to find out what's happening in the family so that we can use that information to better inform other family members and find out if they're at risk or not.
After watching her mom battle and beat cancer twice, Anita Wright wonders if genetic testing might be the key to unlocking the secrets of her own medical fate.
I've tried to weigh the pros and the cons, and I can't come up with any cons. All the pros would be if you know that you have the gene, it would step up your awareness even further.
Breast cancer survivor Linda Benitez says she can point out a con. That genetic mutation the test screens for is only linked to a small number of breast cancer cases. She tested negative for the gene, and for her, the test results meant a false sense of security.
He said, "You don't have the gene." So I thought, I'm free. I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to have a mammogram again.
And she didn't until she discovered a cancerous lump 6 years later.
I had a double mastectomy and the lymph nodes were removed. I had chemotherapy. Looking back, sometimes I think if I wouldn't have had that test, maybe I wouldn't have had to go through such, horrific surgeries.
Patricia's take on the genetic test is just the opposite. She tested positive and was positive about the radical next move she'd make to keep herself from getting cancer.
I knew the route I was going to take, and that was going to go ahead and have bilateral mastectomies. I had no hesitation on that because when you see it take loved ones, people who are very dear to you, when it takes their life and it changes your whole family dynamic, and the world changes for so many, you don't even hesitate because you don't want that to happen again.
Now she's reduced her breast cancer risk to just 3%, had her breasts reconstructed, and says she has no regrets.
The fabulous part is that feeling gone, that you're just a ticking time bomb, like you just have a bomb over your head and it's just ready to explode. At any moment you could get the diagnosis.
Now, obviously, a prophylactic mastectomy is a radical move. It's not going to be for every positive patient. You can take less aggressive routes with your care, and you can also add a cancer treatment drug to decrease your risk. Either way, whether you're BRCA positive or negative, you want to keep up your screening.